This is a very personal moment for me and a very emotional moment as we are honoring Judy King. Personal and emotional because I have a deep admiration for Judy in her role as a leader in philanthropy, and I have a very personal connection to Judy as a friend. One of the stories that comes to my mind that encapsulates who Judy is, what she is about, and her drive, and her very discreet leadership is a moment that was very important in the history of the Worcester Art Museum. We had gathered, this was in 2013, the local foundations and important philanthropists from Worcester as we needed to raise money to integrate the Higgins Armory, save it for Worcester, and integrate the Higgins Armory into the Worcester Art Museum. And so my colleagues and I had gathered everyone in the conference room of the museum, and we made our pitch. And then there was this moment, and you know it can go either way, and the silence was broken just by hearing a little bit Judy's voice when she was talking to Val Loring, her sister, who was sitting next to her, and she said to her, but everybody could hear it, "I think there is no reason why we should not support this." And that broke the ice. And after that, the ripple effect was that the amount of money that was dedicated by everyone to this very important act of saving one of the most important collections of arms and armor for our city, it happened then. So this is a sign of very discreet leadership that I highly appreciate.
When I think of Judy, I picture one of her collages. Her personality is a lot like her collages. She's simple on the surface, and yet the closer you get, the more complexities there are. Judy's colorful and visually attuned, and there's always something to be learned from Judy, just like her art.
The greatest treasure, which houses our cultural heritage, the Worcester Art Museum, is the finest example of its kind on earth. And I'm proud that my mother has been in a place to share that commitment and pursue that commitment so that it lives powerfully in my life as well as all my family's.
What Judy has always done certainly is been willing to advocate for organizations in causes that are important through the foundation deliberations, but also be generous in significant ways with her own personal resources as well. Of all the institutions that she's been involved with and served as a board member or a supporter, the Worcester Art Museum has been the most important to her.
I'm so happy that Judy King is being presented the Stephen Salisbury Award. She's one of the most philanthropic people I know, who in her own quiet way has given so much to the cultural organizations of Worcester, and certainly the Worcester Art Museum.
This is not an easy award to come by, but Judy deserves a lot of praise for her dedication to the museum. Steadily and always with a gentle hand, Judy has watched over the museum as only a guardian angel can. She has been consistent, she's been a reliable and principled steward of the museum. By observing Judy all these years, she's taught me so much about art and life. And it's been a great privilege for me to have had Judy as a friend and as a supporter. She's done more for the museum than I imagine I will ever know.
She has cared for its great collections. She has helped us add to this great collection, and she's helped us share and learn from this collection. And it's always been a family event for her. In many ways, she reminds me of the Salisbury family. 3 generations, all Stephens, who did so much for Worcester.
Judy grew up with art. she and Val were exposed to art from an early age, and I know Judy had crayons with her wherever she went as a small child.
When Judy and I were children, our bedrooms were our playrooms. We had no TV, no playroom, no family room. Our bedrooms included a small cabinet for toys and a small bookcase. Judy spent hours drawing and coloring at her small table, which you see here in the picture. Playing with paper dolls was a popular pastime. As she got older, she designed clothes for them and would cut them out. A course in decoupage led to an interest in cutting. I'm not sure when she started making her first collages, but the simpler ones evolved into the more intricate ones you see today. It seems to me that her ability to entertain herself in her formative years laid the groundwork for her to develop powers of concentration and persistence.
I'm fortunate to have a collage of Judy's in my home that's right at the entrance of my office. And I pass it many, many times a day. It's a collage of a staircase that Judy told me she saw in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And the interesting thing is, I often said to myself during my presidency of the board, when times would be challenging, onward and upward. And that's what those stairs mean to me. It's about getting through challenging times. And I know Judy knows about that. And it's very much a mantra for me. Every time I pass by those stairs, I think of Judy and I think about moving forward in life.
For the past nearly 40 years, we, namely Sue and I and the gallery, have been friends and colleagues of Judy and Tony. Initially, they came to the gallery as patrons. They discovered artists, they supported them, they believed in them, and in doing that, they enabled the other artists' works to grow. Along the way, I realized that both Tony and Judy were artists, and after that realization, and after a number of discussions, we were able to begin exhibiting their work. Together, they represented a point of view that was incredibly consistent and beautiful, and enabled other people to enter into that world and be uplifted.
For Judy, obviously, she loves the art in the museums, and certainly not at the Worcester Art Museum. But it's the art of everyday life. And that is something that she and Tony have shared throughout their lives. Judy also benefits in being an artist. She understands how these works are made. And this is something they have had the pleasure of sharing with their children and their grandchildren. And their association with the Worcester Art Museum assures them that this museum continues on helping other kids throughout the community have the joy of working with art, learning from art, not just children, but adults as well.
And I want to share 2 quotes of Brother Thomas that best describe Judy. There are 2 signs of a great soul: generosity and gratitude. And his words were also, we are not really whole until we take on responsibilities for others and for the whole world. What perfect descriptions of Judy King.
Recent to his passing, Tony said, "She's my greatest prize." We are so proud because today you are woven further into the story and into your home at the Worcester Art Museum. Worcester reined in her energies from the stars and built the paradigm of its kind, a diamond not too far from paradise, the Worcester Art Museum. Huge congratulations for being the Salisbury Award winner. You are our prize, Mom.
Judy, you are the perfect person to receive the Salisbury Award. I did a little homework and I know now that your mom received this award, the first Salisbury Award, 29 years ago. And the fact that the Stoddards and your family have been such huge supporters of the museum for such a long time is tremendously meaningful to this city and the museum. And you've walked in really influential footsteps, but you've changed the paradigm of giving and adapted to keep the museum relevant. And for that, I and this community are forever grateful. And mostly, I'm just so grateful to call you my friend.
Congratulations, Judy, on receiving the Salisbury Award. I'm just so proud of you, and I'm so pleased that you are the chosen one this year. You've been so wonderful to work with. You've taught me so much over the years. We've known each other for a long time now. And I just have learned so much just observing you and the way that you treat people, the way you've treated me as a friend, and also your sensitivity to art. You certainly deserve this award. And again, I'm just so pleased to be able to be part of this and to congratulate you on receiving the Salisbury Award.
I can't tell you how proud I am of you. Mary and I congratulate you on receiving this award. It isn't why you did all this work for the museum, but it is certainly worthy. The museum is a much better place and a healthier place and a vibrant place for your having passed that way and helped them out. Congratulations.
Judy, I'm so thrilled that you are being awarded the Stephen Salisbury Award. You deserve it. We're so happy for you. Thank you so much for all what you've done, not just for the Worcester Art Museum, but for our community, and helped to make it such a great place to be.
Congratulations, Judy, on receiving the Salisbury Award from the Worcester Museum. What a remarkable recognition of your commitment to beauty, to the community, to art, and to generosity as to who you are and who the community understands you are.
We love you and your committed world, for being a supporter of our world, and most of all, for being a loving mother.
Congratulations, Judy. This is richly deserved, and Mother and Daddy would be very proud of you. I wish we were all at the museum to celebrate together.
I always speak about the role of museums as being part of the social glue of a community. And it's so interesting when you think about Judy as not only being part of that social glue, which she is by definition, but also a promoter of that glue via her quiet leadership, bringing the disparate parts together, building consensus, and creating a harmony for a society where everybody would like to be. And this is not a surprise that Judy, who is an artist in her own right, works in the area of collages. La colle is the French word for glue. And that same harmony, that same bringing together of colors, of pieces of paper that may not, under normal circumstances, agree with one another, that collage art she has brought to the Worcester Art Museum in so many ways.